Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judge Mo. Manchester City closed the gap on Arsenal to 2 points. Massive pressure on Arsenal, of course. Massive pressure on Arsenal, of course. Liverpool win. Ekitike, majestic, fantastic, of course. Today, absolutely amazing. But Liverpool don't look great. They still need a lot of work, actually, to take it to next season, to challenge. But they're going to make top 5 because Chelsea might not be making top 5, or even it's going to be Aston Villa at the end. That's going to be dropping out of top 5. Unai Emery, of course, might be the biggest bottle job out here. Unai Emery, who was 12 points ahead of 7th place. We'll talk about Ryan Cherky being amazing today. Semenyo scoring another goal. Kehi as well. Diaz looking good. Donnarumma saving Man City, of course, today. Fantastic. By the way, Tarek, you have the game behind you. Or that is the news.
It's actually the NBA. My bad.
It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. No, it's okay. Are you watching? Are you watching?
No, he turned off now.
I was watching before I came over here, so I was sitting over there watching.
All right,
yeah,
all right.
You know, it's all good. I forgot
everybody. Yeah, we got Tarek, of course. We got K-Mac, who's gonna be who's regular here now on Saturdays. Mac, I love it, love it. Mac is kind of not shy of saying the stuff that people do want to hear, and people didn't like that. I agreed with him on the football terrace. We're gonna start with Liverpool, guys, and then we're gonna go to City because it's gonna lead us to the title race and stuff like this. Mac, people still disagreed with me and said that Liverpool looked good.
Nah. I'm not going to change my mind, am I? I was on the terrace saying how it was. It was.
Did anybody?
Look. I thought about what I said on there to Terry, and I feel like we used quite a lot of luck. Like maybe we used all our good luck up in this game because 3 set pieces and 2 deflected goals give you 5. Like, there's not a lot else in that game. Like West Ham need to finish their dinner. Like otherwise they're going to be in trouble because they had plenty of chances. They cut us apart in large spells. Like we didn't control the game like at all. Even when it was 3-1, we made attacking substitutions, which didn't really make much sense when we should really kind of control a bit more, put another midfielder in there. But look, Ekitike scored a really good goal. Like Liverpool, I think Liverpool have maybe scored 3 goals in the first 20 minutes all season in the Premier League. Like I'm not kidding you. Like it's been that bad. We've been that bad at starting games. And Ekitike, no idea why there was no one marking him, but great finish. Like
I'm still on my opinion of yesterday or Thursday. Ekitike is the 2nd best striker in the league. Or forward.
He's a great player.
I'm not gonna say a number 9. I'm not gonna say a number 9 because people gonna go in the semantics of a box striker, a number 9 or not a number 9 or whatever. If I'm choosing a forward today, I'm choosing Haaland and then I'm choosing Ekitike. I'm just gonna say the cushion for McAllister goal is fantastic. The touch for the first goal is amazing. Yeah, I think he is the 2nd best. I think the guy is amazing. And I want to start him. I think he's amazing. I think he's a great player.
Like pre-season, I'm definitely getting a header coach in to teach him how to head the ball. I think you've got the complete striker there once you get that sorted because I think he's missed 4 goals.
He has a problem.
Really big.
He has one problem. Okay, he has one problem. By the way, anybody can Ahmad, anybody. I think he has one problem, K-Mac. He likes to drop out of the 18 a lot, and he isn't a passer. He isn't a creative player like a Firmino. He is a direct player. That is one of the things that he needs to learn, right? He needs to stay a little bit central. He drifts a lot wide, and he drops a lot deeper to get the ball and get involved.
What if that's by instruction from Slot? Because again, we can't just say the player just drift. Like if the player is doing something that the manager didn't ask him to do in the game, the manager will call out that player for it. That's the standard.
Yeah,
if he likes to drift to the left, and Slot has told him don't go to that side, Slot will keep telling him, hey, move back to where I want you to be. But if that's the way he plays throughout a 90-minute game, that might be by instruction. And so we can point at that as a negative for him, but is it really a negative when the manager said, "This is what I want you to do"?
I'm not sure if the manager is asking him to do that.
I know, but again, if he's disobeying the manager on the pitch, if the manager says stay central, stay high, and then you're drifting to the left, I believe that in the second half you should see the player change that habit, because the manager will mention it to you in the locker room. Why do you keep going to the left? Unless you're telling me the player is bigger than the manager and he's not going to listen and do whatever he wants.
No, but that's his style of play. His style of play is to drop deep, get on the ball, like Gabriel Jesus does.
I know, but listen,
for you.
But
Gabriel Jesus does the same for you.
But that's by instruction. That's by instruction from Mikel Arteta. He likes Gabriel Jesus to drop deep, and we've always known this. Hence why I'm saying I think it's by instruction that he is doing what he is doing. There's no way you say it's his style of play. The manager has a system he's going to impose. He's going to implement that system and tell players what he wants them to do in that system. Players don't decide, this is my style of play, so I'm going to go and encroach in Gakpo's left wing side because I like to drift to the left.
But do you remember, I don't know if you guys remember, do you remember Wirtz's goal against Burnley where he put it top left? And then I think it was one of the defenders that gave it to Ekitike, where Ekitike went past two players. It went past Kyle Walker, went down the line, tried to put it in the box, which led to Wirtz actually getting the goal. So him actually drifting to the left. He's that good of a player that he's got that dribbling aspect here to even create from wide areas.
Yeah, that's why I said I think I think it's by instruction.
Yeah, so he's not really he's not the type of striker yet to be fixated in one position and just be inside the box. Like he's he's a well-rounded player, and you know the passing, you know, having all those qualities that he's already got, bro. The passing will improve. You know, bro, the quality was always there with him, which is why when we did that stream in it before, they were laughing. You know, big up Paz and Touchline in it. They had the stinker in that one. Yeah, they had the stinker with that one. Ekitike's just got mad quality, bro. Even you mentioned the cushion, the pass that he had. People don't realize how difficult that is. That's in the air, you know. He still has to put it on a plate for McAllister. Now McAllister's finish,
but his shot on target is not he has some flaws. We're not gonna sit here and say that Ekitike is the best player in the he's the finished article. His shots on target percentage is not amazing. No, it's not amazing. He misses a lot. There are some finishes that he needs to learn. He isn't like I would take Gyökeres shots from outside the target over him. You know what I mean? In spaces, I would take
outside
Gyökeres.
Of the box.
Yeah, Gyökeres finishing outside the box. That's the way he shoots is actually better.
I think Ekitike has got more of a variety. Well. I think in terms of ball striking, like Gyökeres and Sesko might shoot the ball harder, but in terms of variety of finishes, and placement, I would still give it to Ekitike. I think Ekitike's finishes are fairly good from on the left, on the right, centre. He doesn't necessarily shoot the ball as hard as Sesko, but I would say his finishes are a lot more. You know, he's more.
I don't think his finishing is. I don't think his finishing is out of this world as you.
But like Haaland, for as good as he is a scoring goal,
Haaland finishing is ridiculous.
No, but I think he's more of a volume goal scorer, not really.
No, the variety of goals Haaland score, Haaland finishing is ridiculous. Actually, it's so underrated. Haaland in tight spaces will dink it over the goalkeeper, will finish it between the legs, will actually put it near post. Haaland finishing is not only the way you actually finish it's how many touches you need to set up yourself. Haaland doesn't need a lot of touches to actually set himself up to get a finish. Haaland would take one touch, second one, he's finished that. That's
because where he is doing it.
Haaland is ridiculous. But Haaland as a striker,
but you've seen Haaland score a goal with 3 defenders around him with a back heel.
Yes,
he's going with his foot.
Yeah, with three defenders
7
around
feet
him.
up in the air.
It's not like he had any space. So his finishing, Haaland's finishing is very, very good.
It's ridiculous. It's amazing.
What I will say about Eki,
he's more like Voltemada.
What I will say about Eki, and this kind of ties into what you both said as well about him moving positions. If he was just going to play static number 9, then he'd probably get about 15 touches per game. Because
Salah and Gakpo are dead meat.
He has to go and hunt because right now Liverpool's attack's so bad and the build-up's so bad that he has to go and find the ball because he's not getting the passes, he's not getting the supply. If you look at the amount of times that Eki's done runs and he just hasn't had the ball passed to him because Gravenberch can't pass the ball, McAllister's not very good, Cody's certainly not going to pass to anyone. You know what I mean? So
Can
you got Mo Salah, you got Mo Salah or a diagonal.
Yeah.
Like,
how good is this Liverpool team for real, guys? You're watching the game today, 5-2, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, how is this game ended 5-2? How is this team won 5-2? Like, the team had 50% position at Anfield. West Ham had abundance of times where they could have crossed, they could have made something happen. They didn't because of the quality.
The same amount of big chances. They had the same amount of shots.
And I'm like, what is this?
It was a real
By the way, the XG is close to each other, by the way. And I'm like, what is this, bro?
Yeah,
How is this Liverpool team?
It simply means Liverpool finished their dinner today, because I caught the game literally like
the quality, the Van Dijk quality in set pieces is amazing. It's ridiculous. The guy is.
Yeah. I agree. Crazy. So again, a team might be bad, but you have to. I mean, as a team, they might be looking bad right now and playing badly, and you might say, okay, well, Liverpool are not looking good, blah blah. But you have to realize that there's certain players in that squad that are game changers, regardless of what you see. Van Dijk is a talented individual player. Individual quality is in that squad. Ekitike, Florian Wirtz, like they actually have players in that squad that even if they're not gelling together, one person can actually, like, from a set piece, if you take 3, 4, 5 set pieces for Liverpool, Van Dijk is scoring one of them. Like that's individual quality there. He's scoring one. So they might not look good, but guess what? They had similar XG just like West Ham. They had similar shots on target. But guess who finished their dinner? Individual quality team, the team that had the individual quality players.
Plus, the individual quality rises with how low the team are in the league, like the play that you're playing. So you can have more individual quality against a team on the relegation side than say if they were going to go away to Brentford and get it. Do you know what I mean? Like that, they wouldn't do this
again. Because the gap is bigger. The gap between the players.
The individual quality is going to shine more because of the team they're facing. Whether they were going the way, if they were going to. They wouldn't happen at Arsenal or Brentford or I mean, the higher it goes, the lower the chances of the individual. I mean,
this Liverpool team has been like this all season, and then when they play a team like Arsenal, they look good. It's like it's what it is. It's true. It's true. They've looked the same all season.
As a team,
they look very shaky and wobbly, but they have too much quality in that team. Like, honestly speaking, your front line, barring maybe Gakpo, right? Your front line.
Salah is finished.
No. Again, hear what I'm saying.
I think it's finished. I think it's finished.
Mo.
Are you legit saying that?
I think it's finished.
Mo, I'm not judging. Mo, I'm not judging them by this season. I'm saying, look at that front line. Barring what's going on this season, if you take Salah and you had Isak fit as well from last season, and Salah,
I mean, put Bowen in the team, you'll do better.
I'm just saying.
Bro, there's like.
No, I agree.
I don't know if I should believe you or not.
Dio.
Salah has to be why we bought them.
I'm Salah's number one fan. I'm Salah's number one fan.
Well, you are talking about now. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not saying Salah is not finished. You can make that case. Fair enough. I'm saying when you look at them in the summer, the quality of players that they had in their front line, like you're talking Isak, you're talking Ekitike, you're talking Salah. Looking from last season, they've not kicked the ball yet. You're looking at Florian Wirtz coming in. Like you're looking at the back line and the people that they brought in. And you're like, okay, this team, individual quality wise, right now, anybody here can turn it on.
Yeah, but you're still gonna make it fit in though.
I agree. But now we're talking.
But individual quality, is there individual quality of Liverpool higher than the rest of the teams that they should be competing with? Is McAllister better than Rice?
No, but
is McAllister better than Shirky?
What I'm saying is the individual quality.
Let me finish the point then. Let me finish. Is McAllister, for example, Wirtz quality, top-notch player? I'm gonna tell you, Wirtz is a top-notch player. You can tell from day one the touches are there. He looks. However, the productivity is gonna come. McGravenberch as the DM, he's had a great season last season, but I've seen a lot of players that have one good season, and then I'm watching him this season. The guy clearly isn't a DM. He's not a defensive midfielder.
He's an 8.
He's an 8. He's a box-to-box midfielder. He likes to carry the ball and drive. He isn't a DM.
Yeah, but your question was, is this team good? And I was basically saying,
good, but how good? Okay, let me now rephrase. Let me rephrase the question. Well, this team is good in comparison with West Ham, with Crystal Palace, with Brentford. Is this team good to the point that we should be talking about the reigning champions after spending that money? And I know that Isak is injured. Is that team good enough in comparison with the likes of City or Arsenal? Is it as good as them? Why suddenly this team has fallen off? So the Kirkis, I'm going to tell you something, and I know that a lot of Liverpool fans will hate me for it. I'm watching Kirkis today, and I'm watching Ait Nouri today. You know what? Kirkis runs up and down like a machine, like he used to do when he played for Bournemouth, up and down. Quality-wise, football IQ, Ait Nouri technical is like levels.
Mo, you're slowly.
He puts two crosses on a plate for players. Like,
yes,
they've got to finish their dinner.
Again, you don't have that striker. You don't have that striker.
He's not technical. He's definitely not Ait Nouri. Like, Ait Nouri reminds me of a bloody winger anyway. Like,
are you joining me, by the way?
And also, I'm going to tell you something about this. Ait Nouri is not only about the technical. I think Ait Nouri is becoming stronger. Somehow, Ait Nouri is becoming stronger defensively.
Yeah.
I don't know why. How did Pep Guardiola made Ait Nouri, like the biceps is bigger, his body's bigger, he can shield the ball. The guy's getting stronger.
You mean hang on, Mo? You mean he disappeared for months and turned up brand new?
Oh, come on.
I don't know what it is, bro.
Come on.
And I want people to understand this. I'm not saying that Kirkis is bad. Kirkis is a good industrial left back. Very good. That will make things happen at Liverpool. That will have a couple of crosses, right? But I'm watching the other left backs and I'm like, is this guy going to reach the level of Robertson, for example? Or even 80% of...
Very high
exactly.
level.
But that is the level you need to win the league.
Of course, that's the level you need to reach.
That is the level you need to win the...
But what we're doing...
to get that.
I know, but Mo, what we're doing here, I don't think it's a fair comparison in the sense that we know Liverpool has been bad all season, so we can look at the whole squad and either put it on the manager, because again, if your system is not working with these players, if your system is not working with these players, we know what talents these players have, right? We know how good they can be. We know that.
I hear what you're saying.
We know that if they click. So
I can't judge him until I get the new manager to see, is this guy good or
not?
not?
I'm not saying you can't judge them. No, I'm not saying you can't judge them. I'm saying you can judge them for this season. Of course, you can judge the team by this season. I'm just saying it's clear that something is not working because the quality of these players is higher than what they're producing.
So how is just a matter of showing his quality
as the same number of players? Because I mean, they had a lot of players. They had a lot of players that they brought in over the summer. So is it just a matter of all those players starting to gel? Now, again, we talk about Salah and maybe he's fallen off or falling off, however you want to say that. And he was a big part of making Liverpool go for all those years. So I mean, that's a big loss that you're losing there. But is it anything more than just they need to gel, and they can't because they haven't had bodies available? Because again, you were expecting Isak to be up top. You weren't expecting Ekitike to be there, but he's had to play there. He's done well, but maybe him being out on that left side is because that's where he's going to play when Isak is back available.
He's never played him there. He never played him there when Isak was fit. He never played Ekitike and Isak together, really. I mean, he tried it in the Champions League.
It's on your manager.
Square pegs, round holes. Square pegs, round holes with Liverpool.
It's on your manager,
man. Look, if Wirtz was fit today, Dominic Szoboszlai would have played right back. Like we all know that, don't we? Yeah. I don't need to say anything else, do I? Really?
With the Kirkis thing,
it's on your manager, man. There's way too much quality in that Liverpool team. Like,
he's an idiot.
Honestly speaking, like the players you bought in the summer, it's true. There's just way too much quality in that Liverpool team. The players you bought in the summer, any team will be happy to have those 4 or 5 players come into their squad. Any team. If you got an Ekitike, you got a Kirkis, you got a Wirtz, you got who else did you guys get in? Frimpong, like these are players that any team would have been happy to take on board, right? Let's be honest. So for me, there's something wrong somewhere. Why it's not clicking, I don't know. Is it about gelling? I think at this level of football, Liverpool they should know how to gel the team quicker than this.
Yeah, because they got those players in relatively early in the summer as well. You know.
Yeah, I think Isak was the only one that came in.
Isak was the only one. Yeah.
So they all had a preseason as well. So again,
we had a terrible preseason. Terrible preseason.
So again, it was at that point that they needed to work on those things, and it's dragged on this long up until game week 28 now. But again, like I said, I think the only reason you're beating and winning these teams or getting the points that you're getting right now, and the reason you probably will make top 5 is your individual qualities. You're going to have people.
Can I ask you guys about Liverpool chances in the Champions League? before we move on. What are the chances of Liverpool making it to the Champions League semi-final or final?
They're on the toughest side of the draw.
Yeah.
So,
they aren't on the toughest. They are the toughest side, but they are
toughest side. I mean, toughest side.
Yeah. They play Galatasaray, and then they play one of PSG or Chelsea.
All Arne's done is talk about PSG all season, and he's finally going to get them. So
he's manifesting.
Let's see what happens. But I think what's probably going to happen, probably just going to go out a game later. We should beat Galatasaray, and then we'll probably go out the next round.
But again, I think. Why would you? I mean, at this stage, no. But at this stage, you have to go for the Champions League. Like literally, if I'm Liverpool, because I'm going to qualify anyways for Champions League next season if I keep playing well in the Premier League. But this is a chance for Liverpool to win another trophy. So it's like, hey, Arne Slot has to focus on it. Beat Galatasaray, do what it takes to beat PSG or whoever it is that you meet next, and see what happens. Do whatever it takes because you do have the quality. It's like, man, if I would take Ekitike right now over any of my left wingers and play him on the left wing, I'd be like, you know what? So I mean, you guys have the quality. So I don't know, man. I mean,
how is Ekitike ever going to play on the left wing when Cody Gakpo plays 90 minutes all game, every single game?
That's when you're a manager, though. That's
exactly. So that's why we're not going to win the Champions League.
But we all know that managers have sometimes they just pick a player that you just can't fathom why they keep picking that player. Every manager does it throughout the history of football. They just pick a player and why do you still keep picking them? Do you know what I mean? It just happens. Your guys go Cody Gakpo.
And the thing is as well, and the thing is, you're so right as well, because but it's not just that, it's the fact that they've now got a real arrogance about them, which I don't like. Like, look at we were laughing about it before, Mo, on the terrace. When Cody scored that goal and it took 5 deflections and went in, he was like,
oh, that was going in, yeah.
Jesus Christ, mate, you are a spawny fucker. Never mind thinking that you're so arrogant that was going to go in.
Look, let the man
look at where the shot was going, it was going wide.
His confidence. You guys are so mean. Let players build their confidence. Leave them alone. Look,
Gravenberch came off the pitch and it was like,
if he doesn't score for 5 games, you criticize him.
Ovation. I was like, you stunk the place up, mate.
Yeah, but I've never heard them have this energy for Mo Salah, bro, because he had a worse game than Gakpo.
Yeah, he was bad. Mo Salah's bad, mate. Okay, Mo Salah's lost a lot this season. It's sad. It's sad.
But Mo, I just wanted to go back to your point in it about the whole Kirkers and Nuri real quick. And you said, how come Ekitike? What was your question? How come Ekitike is...
How come Ekitike look good and even Wirtz now looking better? And Van Dijk is looking better now. Van Dijk looks... I know he made I'm not sure if it's his mistake today, but he had a good game, to be honest with you. And
they were both Gravenberch's mistakes for those.
The point is, how is Ekitike shining now?
Just a quality footballer, isn't it?
He's adapting. He's adapting to the league. He's figuring out how the Premier League works. He's a talented player. Don't get it wrong. Again, players like that, like Wirtz, Ekitike, all these guys are talented players that eventually, because again, you have it when the team is bad. The player just stands out because they're good. Ekitike is that good.
But also,
and I think he's been good all season. It's not like he just,
He went through a dip form as well. Remember, guys, he went through. He didn't score in a lot of games. You know what I mean?
Well, his performances were still fairly decent.
No, I'm just saying
he hasn't scored in.
But you also got to take into effect
he scored in I think it's 8, and Gakpo hadn't scored in 12.
Yeah.
Really, really poor.
Yeah, but I'm so concerned. I'm giving him a season. He's come from.
Tariq, what are you saying, Tariq? What were you saying, Tariq? Sorry. Yeah, I know.
No. I don't even know what I said. It's fine. It was good.
I wanted to say because Tariq was going to say something about Ekitike. I actually.
Oh no! Sorry, my bad. What I said was I feel like he's been good all season long. Because the way you framed it, it sounded to me like you were saying he's gotten good recently, and I was just saying that I feel like he's been good from the beginning of the season. Every player has their ups and downs. They have their whatever. They're not going to score every game, but I would say consistently, I feel like Ekitike has been pretty good. He's been one of the better players in the league all season long.
I'm actually don't know this Liverpool. I fear for this Liverpool team if they keep Arne Slot next season, because the target should be winning the league next season. If they keep Arne Slot, I know that Hussam keeps talking about bringing in Rodrigo and Michael Olise or one of them to the team next season.
Is that what he said, by the way? You Rodrigo and Olise?
No. I asked him to choose, and he said I would bring Rodrigo and Olise. We know that Liverpool aren't going to bring 2 class wingers. They're going to bring one. They're going to bring only one. It's going to be, most likely, they're going to try to actually poach Olise from Bayern Munich. If they get Olise, I still think that the team needs a lot. The team needs more to actually win the Premier League title.
Yeah.
He's a defensive midfielder. He's a defensive midfielder.
Right back.
A right back.
Left back as well.
Winger. Left winger.
Kerkez is going to be the starting left back. There is no way in hell they're going to sign another right back. Left back.
Well, they essentially need like a new spine.
Trent back.
What's his name? Bradley, right? He should be back by the end of.
He's not good.
No,
he's not going to be back next season.
No.
Oh, okay.
Start next season, yeah.
Start next season.
Looks like
Again, I think there's just this Liverpool team has a lot of talent, though. Let's not even, because again, Ekitike is 23, coming from the German league.
There's going to be Isak as well, which is going to play a massive role.
The thing is with Liverpool is, and this is with Arne as well. If we keep Arne, then he's going to have to do miracles. Like he's going to have to. Like personally, I don't care if he wins the Champions League or the FA Cup or finishes.
No,
third,
if he wins the Champions League, he's gonna stay. Oh, come on now!
I still want him gone, but that's just my decision.
You see, that. You see, you're telling me, right? If he wins the Champions League after winning,
I don't care, mate. I don't care. Who's
going to replicate that?
I don't care. I don't want Arne.
Would you have kept Amorim if he won the Champions League?
But here's the thing.
If Amorim won me a Champions League and a Premier League year, bro, I've got
no, just the Champions League.
I don't care, mate. I can't.
He won them the Premier League already. He won them the Premier League already, Surfer. He won them
I said no. I'm talking to Ahmed about Amorim. That's all. I want to know if he would have kept Amorim if he won.
Oh, go ahead, Matt. I want to hear what Max says. How do you want him gone if he wins the Champions League? That's
watch this.
That's
football.
the ultimate prize.
Okay. The only way it's going to improve under Arne, asking Arne, is if he gets the exact perfect players that he keeps on waffling on about, So he needs the exact perfect players to be in a position where he's going to compete. And then what else is he going to need? He's going to need all of the Premier League to not play the way they play.
Well, isn't that more of a reason?
That's what he's going to need. He's going to need all the Premier League not to play the way they play as well, because he complains about that every day. I'm like, for fuck's sake, mate. Go back to Holland.
I need 10 last-minute winners.
I find it mad, by the way, how the thing is, like I'm all here for criticizing managers and the high standards.
I know you are.
I'm all here for it, innit? Like I rate that, innit? I rate it, but to say like, oh, he needs all these players, bro. At the end of the day, Pep still needed his players. Enrique still needed his players. The thing is, like, the type of football that he wants to play, it's not because it's not good enough to play in the Premier League. He just doesn't have it. He ain't going to play that type of style the way how PSG play with guys like Salah, bro. Let's be real. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but the issue with Slot is
and Kerkez,
Gravenberch and McAllister. He's not going to play that.
The issue with Slot is he talks about those things a lot in press conferences. So he puts himself in that position where people can actually criticize him. He literally says things like, I need this type of the way the Premier League plays right now. Look at the way these teams are all playing.
But he didn't need it last season.
Well, you didn't need it last season to win the Premier League. Didn't teams play a certain way last season and you still
because maybe every time they give the ball to Salah, it makes things happen.
I know. So Mo, here's what I wanted to say. I think that last season for Arne Slot, again, if you look at what Mo Salah produced last season, amazing stuff last season, amazing numbers. I think that the individual talents in Liverpool carried that team. Yes, he tweaked a few things. He put Gravenberch in positions, but he didn't really buy anybody. He got what's his name, Chiesa, on loan. I think initially before you guys bought him, Chiesa came on loan. That was the only player that they brought in. So last season
we bought him.
You bought him? Okay, yeah. Well, I thought maybe
they bought him for 10 million.
10 million. That's right. I thought it was loan. Whenever I think of 10 million, I think it's like a deal. But anyways, long story short is if you look at exactly what they already had a squad that was etching to like in that top echelon, and all these players performed. And Arne Slot came in, tweaked a few things. Now Arne Slot has been given his own ingredients. You've been given Isak, you've been given Kerkez, you've been given Frimpong, you've been given Wirtz, you've been given Ekitike. They've added 5 more players for you. Yes, you lost, Trent, you lost a couple of players. Now cook. Now you as Arne Slot cook. So I understand where K-Mac is coming from, saying even if this squad go on to win that's why I won't agree with K-Mac. Sorry. If this squad goes on to win the Champions League, this is his squad now. He has 5 new players that he put in there. I will give him another chance because he figured out a way to win the trophy with his squad. this is not last year's squad. There's no trends. No, you've lost quite a bit of players. You've lost the Diaz, all these other guys. So yeah, so I would say I'd give him a chance. I don't, but individuals, you can choose what you want for him. But I think if he wins the Champions League, hey, he won it with the team.
I think he still warrants.
It warrants him to stay. Yeah,
another season at least, in it. I would say
at least. Yeah, that's my
top 4. Yeah, if he doesn't get top 4 though, I can see.
He's going to have to get like a 4 or 5 year contract then, because he's only got 1 year. He's only got 1 year left.
You could do a 2-year rolling contract
situation. No, but we're going to give him a large contract for then halfway through next season realize, you know what, he's crap. He's still crap. and then we're in the situation that we were with Brendan Rodgers.
So what type of manager do you want?
Brendan Rodgers, we left this for another year, and then we had to sack him halfway through the season, and then get Jurgen in.
Yeah, but
do you think Isak makes you guys better?
Yeah, but I don't think Arne knows how to play him.
If Isak makes you better,
like 10 to 15 times per game, like he did nothing. He was a traffic cone. Like he did nothing under Arne. Okay.
I just want to know, what type of manager do you want then after Slot? Because for me, I understand he's had a mare this year, but I don't believe in the whole a manager turns back. A manager who's done what he did. Yeah, you can say Salah, Van Dijk, bro, it was his first year, and for the people to say that it was Jurgen Klopp's team, I say it all the time. Why didn't Jurgen Klopp win it then when it was actually his team? Arne Slot still had to do some coaching, tweak things.
Because Manchester City and Arsenal didn't have a meltdown.
Bro. It's like they
Manchester City and Arsenal didn't have a complete meltdown and lose all their players and tend to shit themselves.
Something. Luck is also part of football. I think, like, as the new manager bounce thing is also a real thing. Having that quality of Liverpool coming in as a new manager, tweak a few things, it looks good. And then I'm not going to say the league was weak. The league was not weak last season. Teams fell off when they were not supposed to fall off. Teams were still good enough because, again, it is what it is. Injuries are part of the game. So anybody who says, "Oh yeah, Liverpool won because teams had injuries," no. Luck is part of football.
There's nothing wrong with the manager. Sorry, I need to rerun this back. Okay, the last team that won the league with the points that we won, was Leicester. Okay, right. So saying that the league was
Mac
is a total understatement. The league was weak last season.
I'm sorry, you're disingenuous a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm going to intervene here. No, that's not true. Actually, that's not true at all. I'm gonna tell you, you literally were. Hold on, you were on course to get actually 90 points last season. You just didn't play. You went on vacation. You won the league early. Arsenal gave up. You didn't have to go on.
When we dropped points,
sorry.
When we dropped points, Arsenal
you're gonna tell me that Liverpool didn't play well last season when until December you had one loss, where you literally thumped Nottingham Forest and you lost by one chance when they scored the goal. You were absolutely Liverpool last season were the best team in the league. Injuries or not injuries, Liverpool were the best team. Part of that best team is having a player that is every game is producing. Mohamed Salah. That's part of the team. It's not like it can be one player, it can be two players. Gravenberch was fantastic in the DM. I thought Van Dijk was amazing. He was the best defender in the league last time.
Yeah, the spine was solid.
He was fantastic. He was amazing last season. Salah.
So was Canate.
How are we saying that Liverpool were not bad if they had a player that historically he's the number one in the history of the Premier League in terms of the contribution? That is by itself makes the team win the league. And by the way, if people are saying that the league was bad last season, I'm going to tell you how many games Liverpool won by a 1-goal margin or 2-goal margins. It wasn't easy games like when Liverpool and Man City used to go to the games at like 3-4-0. We know that Man City and Liverpool are winning these games back in 18-19 and the season in 21-22 or something like this.
Last season, your last 5 games, you only won 1.
Exactly that, Dario. So the league was over.
The league was over. But again, if that's how hard the league was last season, that you had to win only 1 in your life. You had done the work already like you guys had racked up the points. So again, when you do the work early, you give yourself the cushion. So when people say the league was weak, I'm like, no, it was harder because if it was weak, Liverpool should have run through all those 5 teams in the last 5 games. So if the league is weak and the teams are so bad, and Liverpool was the best of the bad bunch, like you say, they should beat them, but they didn't.
Guys,
so what's your problem then? So what's your problem now then? Because you did all the work at the start of the season.
No, because the league is also hard.
He doesn't have the different. He wasn't. Arne Slot wasn't scintillating.
He wasn't.
No, but Arne Slot wasn't. No, Mac, I think you're missing the point.
Nobody with us.
Arne Slot wasn't with us.
I agree. Mac, you're missing the point here. My point is,
you're missing the point. You literally just proved my point.
I just said no. You said the league.
You have Manchester City that are still with you now. We didn't have anybody with us.
It doesn't matter whether you had anybody or not. I'm saying the quality of football was so difficult that if you were saying you had nobody with you, then you should run through those teams. You drew with those teams. You lost to those teams because they were difficult to beat. They were difficult to beat.
I think to Mo's point, the last 5 games of the season, the league was already won. They didn't really care. They didn't care about those games, so they lost them. So I won't say that they should have ran over. I don't think they were trying at that point. So I think I agree more with the Liverpool fans.
Guys, until March, end of March, Liverpool had 1 loss. The whole league. Liverpool had 1 loss. The whole league.
So, but with Mac, I just want to know, what type of manager is it that you want? Because I want to just say something, yeah. For all the best managers, they still need their players. There's nothing wrong with like them needing specific profiles because they've got a track record of it actually working. So what type of manager do you want? Because I'm really intrigued. You also got to take into the factor also before you say that the whole Ekitike and Isak, any manager is actually potentially going to struggle to try and get them both in the team because Ekitike ain't the type of person to be like, you know what, I'll be second fiddle to Isak. So he's not going to be a makeshift winger, innit? That's all I'm saying. So
3-5-2. Give me Nagelsmann. Adaptable.
Julian Nagelsmann's is a good manager.
Like,
but again, I don't know if he's going to be compatible.
Look, at the end of the day, take Diego Simone because I feel like Liverpool needs a bastard now. Like
the Atletico Madrid manager,
a bit more cuntish. Like,
would you like him to? Would you like the way that he plays?
He will absolutely. He would not survive here, bro.
No, he's changed his way of playing. Have you seen Atletico this season? Have you seen Atletico this season?
He slides down the touchline. I'm all for it. Like
no, but even have you seen Atletico this season?
Liverpool, he goes in at half time, and I don't think he does anything. Like, I don't think he's the voice. I don't think he's telling them anything. Or if he's telling them anything, they're not listening to him. Because, oh man, like literally, we were winning 3-0. Winning 3-0 today, and the game's home and hose. Like, all we need to do is just come out with a bit more of an attitude, get a 4th, and it's done. Or just come out and just make it tight. Came out and completely all over the place again. Like. No oomph, no urgency. Didn't want it. West Ham straight back in. Like,
so is your issue with today's result against West Ham? Yet is the type of goals that you scored? You said set pieces, deflections.
I can't be 3-0 up in a game and it be basketball. Like, how can your game be basketball when it's 3-0? Like, that just doesn't make any sense at all. Look. They scored. They scored their second and it was 4-2, and Arnie had 2 attacking wing backs. No, he had Frimpong and he had Rio,
which got the goal. I'm pretty sure Frimpong
on the touchline when the goal went in, and it was 4-2, and he still brought them on. And I'm like, hang on a minute, they're back in the game, and you're bringing on 2 attacking players, and they're back in the game. When you got Curtis Jones, you got Robbo there. You know, you can make it a little bit tighter, and I'm sat there going.
So are you talking about the attacking change?
Off, by the way, you're taking our defensive right back off, by the way, because that's what he did.
Yeah.
When he brought Frimpong on, and I'm sat there going,
"But a guy like Simeone, yeah, like
that could have totally backfired. That could have totally backfired. He could have got a third.
For example, with Diego Simeone, he might be managing a game where.
Mate, I'm just saying me, okay? Liverpool fans.
No, but I'm just saying. I'm just going to like. Right. Listen, I'm not saying there's some.
Don't hold me to the fire on that one. I want Nagelsmann.
All right, cool. But what I'm trying to say, are you talking about the attacking substitutions with the Frimpong? Is that the issue? That
yeah, he took Joe Gomez off.
Because you can also say on the flip side that he's the one that provided the goal. Which goal was it? I know it was a deflection and it was a bit jammy. Yeah,
but it could have backfired. Could have totally backfired.
It's the 5th one.
What's this?
Yeah, it was the last one.
Listen, I don't know, innit? At the end of the day, even if it's a deflection or a jammy goals, you're still trying. You're still forcing the opposition to make a mistake, innit? With the constant
Frimpong was brilliant when he came on, mate. But I'm sat there going, you're bringing on Rio and you're bringing on Frimpong, and you're taking one of our defenders off. And I'm sat there going, they just scored a second. Like, they're taking us up now. Like, yeah, no.
Yeah, but that's a risk he took. He took a risk to attack more, and it paid off. I think, you know, I wouldn't criticize a manager who's taken a risk and it's worked out, because he's probably looked at the game from the sideline with his analysts, his team, and they've said, you know what, I think we attack these guys more than we try and defend and hold off what we have, because our defense might just crumble and they might eventually catch up to 3-3, you know. So it's like, you know what, hey, it is what it is right now. I'm going to throw everything at the wall. Something has to stick. But even Diego Simeone is not a bad shout, because this season Atletico is in top 3 metrics for every attacking metric in La Liga this season. They're in the top 3. They're like, and in defensive metrics, they're not anywhere in any of the top 4. In the defensive metrics, they've been worse defensively under Diego Simeone this season.
This is the worst under him.
His worst defensive record. But his attacking style has gone up this season, you know.
And they added Lookman as well to that.
Yeah, they added Lookman again. So again, I think Diego Simeone can coach, you know, an attacking Liverpool team if he ever
can.
Yeah, I think he can.
He can, of course. Leaving Liverpool and go to Manchester City. How good was the performance? Was it a good performance to everybody today? Manchester City's performance. Tariq, I'm start with you, City fan.
So, I mean, do I think it was a good performance?
Is that Champions performance?
So I think we showed a defensive solidity that, you know, for a lot of this season, teams or rivals, fans, whatever, didn't think that we had. So from that standpoint, we didn't give up a goal. We kept a clean sheet. We were, quite honestly, we were under a little bit of pressure, but we were able to keep that clean sheet. So I got respect for that. Do I think it was a great performance? No, but I'm at a point in our season where what I care about is 3 points, and if we can get those 3 points, then that's what matters to me, because we're at a point where we're in a title race, trying to get to a title race, whatever. So we just need to get 3 points each week, and so we did that today. Performance, it was above average.
Is that what happened to Surfer? Does that make Arsenal scared about I don't know what your thoughts about that. Are you in the camp, Tariq, of the Arsenal that you are gonna win the league, or like you're closer, your favorites to win the league, or not?
I wouldn't call us favorites. They still have the advantage. Well, I mean, technically, if we win all of our games, if we win all of our games, then whatever. But the same thing can be said for them, right? If they win all their games, they're going to be champions. So I think from that standpoint, Pep said it himself, right? I would rather be in their position with the lead and them chasing us. But I think we have a very strong chance. I think we're going to be there at the end. I think we have to continue to put pressure on them each week. So this game may or may not close the gap to 2 consistently, but we just have to keep applying pressure, make them be in must-win situations, and I think that's where we need to be.
But
I actually think Leeds missed a good chances, bro, in the first half, especially when that Harrison guy, you know, Calvert-Lewin had bro, I don't know how he missed that. That was a sitter, bro. It was a great cross from Harrison, and then he missed it just wide. And then it looked like in the first half, that Man City were kind of struggling with the long balls, innit? Yeah, with the long balls, and Harrison was capitalizing. I saw a few instances of that in Newcastle, but in terms of performance, bro, I don't think City are going to really care about that. They just want to try and get it over the line and just have that factor about, you know what, let's get this dub over the line and let's put pressure on Arsenal. This is, again, no Haaland. They managed to get the dub. Semenyo got the goal. Cherky, amazing pass. That ball with his right foot was unbelievable. Exceptional. Exquisite, bro. 8 Nuri, amazing going forward. Even defensively, he's improved massively this season. And again, I actually think Leeds didn't capitalize on the opportunities in the first half, bro. Because had they done that, it would have been probably a different game. But
Donnarumma is the one who's like saving City in a lot of games, actually.
Yeah,
he is. But he's also contributing to some of the frustrations that we are feeling and some of the difficulties that we're experiencing as well, because he's just not, and no one is ever going to be Ederson. There's just not another. But I think some of his inability to play with his feet puts us in bad positions. We have to go long. The ball keeps coming back because we don't always win those first or second balls. Or we have to try to play out the back with basically one less player. So I don't ever want to take anything away from him because, again, there's been plenty of games where
if you win the league, it will be 50% down to him.
50 is probably a little high, but I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Again,
he's kept you in a lot of games, and I
absolutely.
Think
I don't ever want to dismiss or diminish what he is doing.
You just
I am also saying that there's also another part to the game. Our buildup is just not the same, and it probably will never be the same as long as he is our keeper. And we just have to learn to play differently. We have to learn to play differently. And that's okay.
But I think
he improved. He improved massively, to be honest.
I think Pep realized that when he was getting Donnarumma, which is why
that's my point.
So which is fair enough. Now
we have to just continue to improve.
But it's working though. This is 6 games on the win, on the bounce. Pep figured it out.
I'm not complaining.
No, I'm not saying you're complaining. I'm not saying you're complaining. I'm just saying when I hear people try and say, oh, well, they're not playing out from the back, City, and I'm like, the manager probably decided this season, this is how I want to play my football. I'm going to get a goalkeeper that can stop shots, a goalkeeper that is very good, and I don't really need him to play out from the back. Send the ball long. If you don't win the first or second ball, we're good enough to defend, and we can outscore any team. We have a good attack that can outscore any team. So the thing is, we're going to go out there, we're going to score more goals than the other team, regardless of what happens, even if they can cut back through us, winning the second ball and driving back at us in transition or whatever. I think Pep is just changing the way he plays this season. And you never know, next season, that could be something that they'll work on throughout preseason, distribution and all that. And next season, you see Donnarumma distributing fairly better. I mean, this season, you don't want to crash.
Donnarumma is who he is. I'm not expecting him to become Ederson. That's never going to happen. I think he is what he is. We have to learn to play that way. And like I said, we're in a title race. We've played the way we've played pretty much all season, so it is what it is. I'm not complaining about it. What I'm saying is when we had issues early in the match against Leeds because they were pressing us high, part of that is because we don't have a keeper that is as good with their feet lets us break the press like we did historically, because we weren't a team that gets pressed and then crumbles. That wasn't us. We weren't a team that couldn't get out of our half or couldn't get out of our defensive third. That was never us. And we've had moments. We've had moments like that this season. Now, again, if it doesn't kill you, it just makes you stronger, right? So if we can get through those games and we win, then who cares? But there's going to be a moment where that he's going to make a mistake that costs us, and it's going to be like this whole uproar. My thing is, whether it costs us or not, there's small margins between who we've typically been and who we are now that we just have to continue to improve on.
With Donnarumma, I just want to mention one thing with Donnarumma. You know when they used to have Ederson and the Cancelos, the Laporte, bro, all of their defense could play out from the back, and the midfield, they were all sick on the ball, the David Silva, all of them, right? So it seems to me, that the reason why he went for a guy like a Donnarumma is because he don't have them high-level players that were super. Like he's got guys like Guehi, Mateus Nunes who are good on the ball, but it's different level to Cancelo and Laporte. He probably thought, you know what, I finished third this year. I need a goalkeeper. I'm probably going to be conceding chances against teams because they're not really afraid of us anymore, and they actually think they can have a go against us. I need a goalkeeper who's going to be a great shot stopper, and who better than getting Donnarumma? So we've also Donnarumma in the Champions League for PSG.
That's exactly how we got there. I don't know. Real quick, I just want to say that I absolutely agree that what Pep saw is this is probably one of, if not the world's best shot stoppers. Yeah. And even when Ederson was amazing with his feet, there were shortcomings in his ability to stop shots. There were too many chances.
He saw James Trafford in training. That's what happened.
Well, that's fair too. But again, when James Trafford in training was still here when Ederson was here, so it wasn't like James Trafford was going to be our number one necessarily.
I just what you said about Donnarumma. With Donnarumma goalkeeper's age, like the older the better for most goalkeepers.
Yeah,
Donnarumma he's just 27.
I think he's not that old.
Yeah, I think most people.
Yeah, but he looks like he's 35, though. Isn't
I know, what I'm saying about that is the fact that at 27, you're one of the best stop shotters, if not the best stop shotter in the world right now. You can add as a goalkeeper distribution to your to the things that you do in the next season or two. And I think Pep is okay to play that type of football, knowing, just like Ahmed said, he doesn't have the back line that are very technically good on the ball like he used to have before, Cancelo and the rest of the guys. So he's like, you know what? Let's play long. We'll figure this out. Pep is a genius. I respect that man. And I think that he's just changed his style this season, and it's working.
So the only thing... Oh, go ahead.
I will say, I think, though, if City do win this title, I think everyone will have to look back at the January transfer window. Because I know people might not like Semenyo, but he will score a goal. I don't think City win that game today without Semenyo. I don't think they win.
See, and you will get plenty of City fans who say that Semenyo wasn't good.
But I think people look back and City acted in that transfer window.
No, Semenyo did the Haaland today. Semenyo did the Haaland today.
He got the goal, yeah. But his
Semenyo did the Haaland. Yeah, but Semenyo did the Haaland today. Semenyo, when the chance happened, he got the chance and he scored the goal. And I thought that Semenyo, if you don't have Haaland, you need someone that put the ball in the back of the net. And he just did it. He just did it. And I will applaud him for it. And I'll applaud Pep for changing the way he plays. I thought City, I'm going to tell you honestly, and I know that a lot of City fans will say that's an agenda. This City team, when I look at it, is not a title-winning team yet, this team. Today, for example, what I mean by this, as you said, it's not, I keep saying this, I keep repeating myself. I don't think that City, when they play the games, are in control of situation. There's a lot of like chasing the long ball. There's a lot of like, Diaz has to go and cover, Gay has to go and cover, last ditch tackles on the Leeds players. You know what I mean? That is what I see. Like there's sometimes high line. You know what I mean? So I actually look at this and I'm like, this City isn't. They aren't looking like the title winners. You know what I mean?
No. Can I ask a question? In the first half, did you find it weird that they were always crossing it into the box in the first half and Haaland wasn't there? They were always crossing the ball in.
And like actually, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about City today. I actually counted and I went and I checked it. From minute 7 until minute 14, City refused to play anything in the box. They had 85% ball position and they didn't get into the 18 of Leeds. They didn't even try. They're just passing the ball around, trying to score the perfect goal until it happened at the end of the half.
Until like the last 5 minutes.
But that's the end of the half. For me, I was looking at it like, how do you, in like 5 minutes, remember that the game was stopped because to people to break their fast in the middle.
Yeah.
City completed 50 passes in about 33 minutes. And I'm like, 50 passes? What? Or 66 passes, something like this, or 60 passes, something like this. I'm like, what is this? What is happening? They kept passing the ball and Leeds couldn't touch them. And I'm like, are they going to make anything happen? Are they going to make anything happen? And these passes didn't include Marmoush and Semenyo at all, by the way. They didn't.
Well, I thought Marmoush was a passenger today. I thought he was just, I didn't rate his performance at all today. I don't know what it is. You know,
Marmoush can't play as a lone striker, bro.
But he was out on the left a lot.
It was two striker formation. It was a 4-4-2 diamond in the middle.
Yeah, but who did Marmoush play with though? Marmoush needs someone who can.
It was Semenyo he played with.
Yeah, but Semenyo ain't really like a link man. He's a guy that's going to get on the end of things. Do you get me? Yeah, he's not going to be the guy that's going to be great in possession and things like that. I think Marmoush needs someone who's
he's the new Sterling.
Marmoush can make them runs. He's got great ball striking and he's got a good finish on him. I think he needs someone who's got like a bit of an all-rounder next to him in it. So I don't think Semenyo complements Marmoush. Honestly speaking.
I thought Nico O'Reilly was very good in midfield today.
I'm going to tell you something about Nico O'Reilly.
He probably should have scored, by the way, O'Reilly. He had a chance, I think, from the header save. He crossed it in.
Yeah. As a player, Nico O'Reilly, like, it's not only that he crashes the 18 and scored. He is so good in like small touches with other players. And I'm like, how are you that good technically? When you're that tall, bro. When you're that tall, how do you have that much ball control when you're that tall?
Yeah.
Like you don't have a low center of gravity like a Foden, like a Shirk. You're that tall. And he's so good in control. It's ridiculous to be honest.
Very, very comfortable. I know he has played. He is I think he's a midfielder, right? Essentially,
Yeah,
it's like
it's keeping Foden out of the lineup.
Yeah, that
world
was
class Foden, Ballon d'Or contender Foden, out of the lineup. I don't know.
If Haaland's here, Turkey's probably not playing either.
That's true.
No. I actually think the same formation is going to stand. Marmoush is out, Haaland in.
That's what I would have done for sure, especially since
he's going to play the diamond work. Rodri, Nouri on the left, Bernardo on the right. Nico Riley on the left, Bernardo on the right, Shirky in the 10, and 2 striker formation. They stretch the pitch and they come inside. And he was telling Semenyo this. He was telling him to go wide and then come back and get deep. And he keep telling him Semenyo is not that guy. Maybe that is the new triple formation that he did. You remember the box midfield?
Yeah.
That he did? Maybe that's the new thing.
He introduced the inverted wingers.
Maybe the diamond. Maybe Pep Guardiola's finding the diamond midfield that will win him the treble this season.
Diamond midfield, the 4-4-2 diamond. The 4-4-2 diamond.
But I'm going to tell you something. I don't think today's performance is nothing to do with the performances of the triple season. The triple season team, in my opinion, and I said that at the time, is one of the best, if not the best, and the most effective team I've watched in my life. Might not be the most pleasing in the eye because they have a Grealish, they have Haaland, but in terms of effectiveness, there is a reason why they smashed Madrid 4 with ease like this. Madrid came back to the Etihad and Madrid were swept. They were like brushed out of the way. Real Madrid you're not even challenging us.
This Man City is more able to grind out results than previously.
It's resilient. But I think that the treble winning, that's what, because they aren't in control, they have to grind out results. They have to be resilient. They have to be resilient because they can't. I don't think that Man City are capable of keeping the same intensity and control for 90 minutes, so they do it in periods. But I think the City team is good. I don't think it's a title-winning team. However, as of now,
but they might win it.
Exactly. When I was
do you think it beats?
Because I don't think that Arsenal are also now the same team that started the season and were winning games. The Arsenal now are like, we will see tomorrow what happens against Chelsea. We're going to talk about the game in a bit.
Do you think it beats Bayern in the Champions League?
Who beats Bayern? Leverkusen.
City.
About us.
City.
Which you're assuming we get past Real, though. But I appreciate you assuming we get past Real Madrid. I'll take that.
In terms of Real Madrid, there is now confirmed news that Mbappe is out of the first game in the Bernabeu.
Advantage Madrid then.
However, Mbappe against City is gonna thrive. However, this City team, right, is the way they play, the way Pep Guardiola plays now is literally what the doctor ordered for Real Madrid. The high line. Literally, you play a high line against Real Madrid, one long ball, Vinny Jr. is faster than everyone. Mbappe, Rodrigo is faster than everyone. Real Madrid, if Pep Guardiola goes to the Bernabeu and plays a high line like this, I think he'll get punished.
Well, Liverpool
he would have to play. This is where you would see Kuzanov instead of Diaz, right? You have to make a tactical substitution there.
And then Kuzanov is not fantastic. But Ahmed, to let you know,
don't say that, Mo. Did you say he's not fantastic? Fantastic might be too strong of a word, but let's not minimize. Let's not minimize what Kuzanov is. Kuzanov is a great defender. He hasn't played a lot because he's been behind Diaz.
Great's a strong word. Great.
That's fair that you feel great is a strong word.
Great,
but he has thrived pretty much with the exception of...
So why did you buy Gehi then? If you have Ake, Kuzanov, Diaz,
Ake's been hurt and he's not really... You don't count Ake. Come on, man. What are we doing? We lost Gvardiol. We lost Diaz in that moment. Now he came back obviously, but we lost Gvardiol for the season. So
but you lost Diaz for a month and a half. You went and bought a defender. Yeah, I hear it. I see what is going on.
Because again, our club is a club that we identify our shortcomings, we go fix them, we go patch them, and then we go on and make our title charge. And to your point, I think it was my guy at the bottom. I don't know your name. I apologize.
Ahmed.
No, was it Ahmed who said it? Who that if we
Surfer,
go on to win,
Surfer.
Yeah. So I think it was him that if we go on to win, it will be because of the changes that we made in the January window. We didn't just settle and say we'll just try to figure it out and stumble our way through. No, go fix the problem. And let's make this.
Can
I respond to someone that said that? But Man City went to Real Madrid and actually won there. Yes, Man City didn't play the high line there. I remember that.
No high line.
And by the way, Ahmed, Liverpool won against Liverpool. Literally defended against Real Madrid and won the game.
Yeah.
They defended. They didn't play a high line. Liverpool,
Yeah.
So I am looking at Pep Guardiola. Will Pep Guardiola change the way he plays to accommodate the quickness of Real Madrid? Maybe he plays Kuzanov as. But I'm going to tell you something, Tarek. I don't think that Diaz and Gueye fit Kuzanov is starting, regardless of the game.
Typically, yes. I would agree with that. But because we know that is the strength of this Real Madrid team is that pace up top with the Vinny Jr., with the Mbappe. He's not going to be available, but that's where their strength lies. They're clinical and they're like amazingly fast. You need to be able to counter that. And to your point, you either have to not play as high of a line, or you could say we're going to play the high line, but we need to bring in someone that has the pace to match. And Kuzanov has the pace to match.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm going to tell you something. I think it's a 50-50 team, both teams.
It's close, by the way. Whenever them
Very
two play
50-50.
Madrid and
Mo.
Which is why both teams are sick of playing.
If the second leg was at the Bernabeu, what would you say then?
Same 50-50.
Same still if the second leg was at the Bernabeu.
Yeah. I actually don't think that the home advantage is going to play anything here in this game. I don't think that. I think it's the tactics. I think it's and to be honest, if you look at Pep Guardiola versus Arbeloa, there is this is like a day and night.
There's no metric. There's no metric to go. But
I don't think that Real Madrid are actually good. Not good.
No, I don't think they're good either.
They've not been good for a while now. Yeah,
both games against Benfica, I wasn't impressed, and they lost the league game in between, didn't they?
Now City play, but the reason why I don't see City. That one of the reasons why I think that the Real Madrid game is 50-50 as well is the fixture list of City. Going away to West Ham, which is London, and then you play Real Madrid, and then you play the Carabao Cup, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Right? Am I wrong?
Wait, hang on. No, it's the FA Cup. It's the FA Cup. Then it's the first leg against Real Madrid. Then it's the league game.
West Ham away.
Leg,
then the
it's
Carabao Cup
final.
Yeah. After Newcastle, they play Madrid. After Newcastle in the FA Cup.
I actually think that Pep Guardiola is gonna give up the Newcastle game. He's gonna do what he did against Arsenal.
It's gonna rotate.
2 years ago, where he's gonna play a second fiddle team. He might win it. I'm not saying he did. He won with a second fiddle team, if I'm not mistaken, against Arsenal.
But the thing is though. But
I actually think he's not going to play his first team. He's going to try to rotate.
The thing is though, I think Newcastle rotate that game. They've got Barcelona in the midweek as well. So it's
But the difference between both teams is that the rotation for Man City is Reinders, Marmoush, Nico Gonzalez, Doko.
They've still got Semenyo, who's not played as well.
Foden, that's the bench. Foden is the bench player. So for me, City rotation is still a strong team.
Yeah, they're still
actually maybe beat Newcastle. They got the January transfer window, and having Doko back and Semenyo back added a lot of depth. Marmoush as well, a lot of depth to the City team.
When I say this, I'm not being disrespectful. Semenyo could be their sort of new Sterling, if you know what I mean. The way Sterling chopped in the goals. Do you know what I mean?
Not amazing.
Yeah,
but the numbers will be there. The numbers are gonna be there.
That was a
but I think Semenyo. I think Semenyo is a better player than Sterling.
Finish. That was a prime.
Oh no, I don't think so.
I don't think he's better than Sterling.
I think so.
Not Raheem Sterling that was with us. Come on.
Nah, I think listen,
Semenyo is good, and I like him, but he's not giving us not yet at least.
No, but I think he could have an impact, like with the goals. That's what it could be. Like.
I think. For sure. Sterling's impact for City, like I know he would be, bro. He would miss some crazy chances.
Guys, I don't rate Sterling. I don't think he's a good player. I don't think
he's have to rate him now. Good. But then you didn't rate him when he was getting 50 goals in the calendar year. or 50 G&A. Come on, what are we talking about?
No, but I'm intrigued though. I'm intrigued. What was it about Sterling? Yeah, I'm intrigued to hear this. Yeah, because what was it? Just how he was on the ball?
Many things that Sterling cannot do for me, for a footballer to be at top of the game. But again, it's Pep Guardiola who hides the flaws of his players and actually get the best out of him, and that's why he's the genius in a lot of coaches. He's similar to Alex Ferguson in this. Alex Ferguson literally got the best out of Wes Brown, John O'Shea, and a lot of other players as well.
Good player for Liverpool, to be fair, Sterling. Like, he's a good player.
He's okay, Ahmed. For me, Sterling, ball control is okay. It's not fantastic. It's just okay. An average football player. Dribbling is kick and run after the ball. Shooting, he's so average in shooting. Passing, one of the other things about Sterling is that his passing is lacking massively in terms of the way. One of the things that I measure good football players, which is Ahmed knows this, is great football players knows how to put the exact weight for you in a pass, right? Sterling weight of passes is below average for a footballer that plays for Manchester City, right? But Pep Guardiola made him that guy, in my opinion. He made him someone. Pep Guardiola knows how to get the best out of a player. There is a way. There is a
he
thing
basically
that,
turned him into a striker.
Guys, there is a thing that me and my friends said in the coffee shop in Egypt. These people never did YouTube before. They never did anything. They said this: never buy after Pep Guardiola thinking that you're gonna get the same level of the player. So never.
I would agree with that.
Out a player under Pep. Never think that you're gonna go and watch City play and you think, yep, I'm gonna scout that guy. The only guy is Julian.
But to be fair, they did get Atletico did get Alvarez and Barca did get Ferran Torres.
Ferran Torres is an average football player.
Ferran Torres.
No, but I'm not saying Ferran Torres is like an amazing player.
Ferran Torres is an average football player.
No, but I'm not saying he's levels.
Like I'm not saying that these players are gonna be bad. But for example, let me give you from 1 to 100. At City, if you watch Sterling, you would think that's a 90 out of 100 player. How many goals can you score? And how many times you get in the things? But actually, Sterling isn't a 90% player. Sterling is a 70, 60% player. This is why when he went to Chelsea, he was like, it's impossible to, like, that drop was like mad, right? Even Joao Cancelo, when he went to Barcelona, he had a couple of good games, which is the adrenaline is still there. And then he's like,
you remember he was in the conversations with Trent and Reece James at the time for best right back in the Premier League.
That's Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola. For example, Pep Guardiola would make Laporte look like the best defender in the league. He would make Ruben Diaz look like the best defender in the league. He would make these guys look like.
Might have been. Laporte was great, man. Come on.
And I'm not. But
I understand what you're saying.
I'm not saying these players. I'm not saying these players are bad. Ruben Diaz won player of the season under Pep Guardiola. Why? Because he's a genius in making a system that will. And listen, there are coaches that will make a system that will suit 1 or 2 players. Pep Guardiola somehow made Rico Lewis look like a player that can play for England and start for England.
He played Fabian Delph at left back in the.
It's ridiculous. He is ridiculous in these things. He is the best I've ever seen. He buys the good players. Okay, here's the difference between him and Alex Ferguson. Alex Ferguson would get a mediocre football player and would make them good. That is competent enough to play in the Champions League and win the league title. We remember the twins, Fabio and whatever the guy's name. I always Rafael and Fabio.
Park.
He made what's his name? The Ecuadorian. I forgot.
Antonio Valencia.
Yeah. He made Valencia Premier League winning guys. He made Ashley Young. You know what I mean?
Darren Fletcher.
You know who's good? You know who's good at this? Antonio Conte is good. Wes Brown. I remember John O'Shea played against Inter and looked like one of the best right backs in the world. And I'm like, this guy's so average. However, Pep Guardiola takes good players and make them world class in their tenure.
I wouldn't say Antonio Valencia was trash though, innit? But I get,
he's not trash.
No, he's not saying trash.
He's not trash. But he made Antonio Valencia a very good right winger and a right back as well.
Yeah.
That's why these two for me are the best coaches I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why
Mourinho up there. Not recently.
The only one, to be honest with you, that I think that Pep failed long term with is Phil Foden.
He's failed with Foden.
He failed.
Why do you think he failed? That seems final, and there's still a lot of career left.
There is time left for Phil Foden, but as it stands now, I would think that Phil Foden time at City, yes, he won PFA Player of the Season, but the amount of talent that Phil Foden has, in my opinion, he should have been a pillar week in, week out for the City team. He should have been someone that is, now it's for 2 seasons now it's the second season. The Foden is even less than a squad player for City. He's just a player at City, you know what I mean?
Wow.
So for him coming to a PFA Player of the Season, I believe that Pep should have built on that to make Foden even better, to go to the next level and be a pillar that was a difference maker in the majority of the games, right? But he hasn't. And I don't know if it's because of personal issues. I don't know what happens. I'm not in the dressing room of City. But in terms of even football, when I watch Foden hide. I watch Foden this season in some games being very good. And I watch him in other games hide. And I know, and I mean hide.
Do you think he's failed then? Because if you think that, yeah, my question is like, how come you was expecting all these things but still think in the back of your mind that Pep's failed them, if that makes sense? So how can you expect a player, for example, to reach your expectation of what you think people are saying about him, yet think...
Say the question again, please. Give me the question.
So I'm saying, yeah, obviously with Foden, you demand a lot of... you've got high expectation of Foden because of where people put him in the world, whether that be in the world-class category or a very, very amongst one of the best. So if you think in the back of your mind, yeah, that Pep's failed him, yeah, how come you've had that expectation of him and to still perform it regardless? That's my question, if that makes sense. So when you say Pep's failed him, are you saying that he's only utilizing him as a squad player, or he's not really giving him the freedom, or
he didn't flourish as much as Bernardo Silva flourished for City, for example. He didn't flourish like that. He didn't get the best.
Yeah, but look at how Bernardo Silva is now, though, isn't it? He's done.
Yeah, but Bernardo Silva has been years. Bernardo Silva for years has been a pillar of the City team. He's been a pillar.
He's been quality, 100%.
I think part of that was where maybe he thought he was going to play.
That's what I'm saying. So has Foden.
Foden has only been a pillar 1 season, which is
So yeah. So to your point, because he had KDB in front of him. I understand what you mean.
What I mean exactly that. I am not going to blame Pep for that because he had KDB and Gundogan ahead of him in that midfield, and Mahrez, Sani, and Sterling ahead of him on the wing.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
The expectation was that when KDB left, Phil was going to step up, and it was going to be effectively Phil's team. Now, of course, we know Haaland and all those other players.
Like for me, if Pep trusts Shirky more than if today I'm watching a game and Pep trusts Shirky, a £30 million player at 21 years old, that's coming from let me just finish. Let me just finish. Because Shirky's coming from a French league at 21 years old, that is talented and everything, but he's not a complete player. If he's trusted more in the 10 as the academy jewel of City, that one player of the season, Foden,
especially with Haaland now.
Exactly, that talks a lot about
it. But I think the issue, to your point, though, Mo, is I don't know that Phil is gonna be a 10. I think I thought he was gonna be a 10.
When are we gonna know? When are we gonna know what is he gonna be then?
Which is why I think
is he an 8? Why is Nico O'Reilly taking him out?
Because Nico O'Reilly has something that Phil can never have, and that's just the physical stature, the power that he has to be able to play in that midfield in a way that Foden can't. Now, the other thing that I'll say is Phil has had, reportedly, I don't know this, reportedly Phil has had personal issues, right? And I don't know how much of that carried over from last season into this season. He started out pretty well this season, and he's kind of had some ups and downs, and now he's not getting in the team. I think there are other things going on behind the scenes other than Pep failing Phil. I think right now, I think we're going to go give Phil a contract that says that we still believe in you. Now, maybe that's just because Phil is, to your point, the jewel of the academy and all those things, and it would look bad to get rid of him. I don't think that's the case. But I think we're going to go give this
I don't think there is spoken enough. I don't think it's
quick.
Spoken about enough, Tarek. Sorry, Ahmed. I don't think it's spoken about enough in
about
the media.
Phil's drop off.
Phil dropping yeah.
I think if you were to go to if you go to my channel, you go to other City fan channels.
I'm talking about Sky Sports and the media.
Well, yeah, the media.
Not talking about it enough. Like Cole Palmer was spoken about a lot since he came back from the injury about the performances. Okay, Saka, and the reason why I mentioned these 3 guys because we know that these 3 are the the 23, 24 years old gems of England in these positions. You know what I mean? England, along with Jude, but Jude is in Spain, and I'm talking about the English media. Palmer is spoken about. Saka is spoken about. Foden isn't spoken about.
No, but
that's a reality.
I was going to say, yeah, when people say, you know, when Kevin De Bruyne left, right, and people saying, oh, this is now Foden's going to be
the same type
of
player.
Exactly the point I make.
I know.
Foden is obviously, he can pass in it, but he ain't.
But he's a direct. He's a Musiala.
Which is why I said he's not going to be a 10.
What my saying is, Cherky is more creative than him. He's got more of a killer pass than him. So does Palmer as well. You know what Foden really does well in it? You see when he receives that ball on the edge of the box and he opens his body and then he does that half turn and then he shoots. His shooting is probably, alongside his half turner and carrying the ball, is probably his best attribute. Is his finishing, in it? Yeah, because I saw many games this season where Foden got some crucial goals. So I don't think Foden's going to be your out and out number 10. That's going to.
It doesn't have to be a 10. Musiala plays in the 10. Okay, for me, there is two types of 10. A direct 10, the goal scoring 10, and the assister, which is in world football, Germany has produced two of the complete opposite. Wirtz is, may I assist you? Musiala is taking the ball, he's looking at the target, he's like, I'm going to go.
Wirtz is a better playmaker than Musiala, but Musiala is a better dribbler.
And the better goal scorer, like the better direct player. Like you think Phil Foden is more of a mix of both, but he's more of a direct player. Like Phil Foden is that kind of guy that if he starts most games, he'll get more goals than assists in a season. Kevin De Bruyne used to get more assists than goals, right?
Is he going to be a Hazard or is he going to be a Salah?
Well, if he's in between, that means he's an 8 then.
Salah is different. Salah is levels above both.
No, what I'm saying
Salah can score and assist.
If he's in between, then you might as well just play him.
In terms of the player you want him to be. Like
I don't know why Pep doesn't rely on him. I don't know.
But again, I think there's other things going on behind the scenes that has impacted Phil. Now, again, Phil has not been great this season. No City fan is going to tell you that. It was good at the beginning of the season. It was very good at the beginning of the season.
They were forming there was a partnership that I recorded the video about it. Phil Foden and Cherky were majestic together. The 1-2s and oh my God, it was amazing.
Well, the reason why you're not seeing
that, we brought Rodri back, and then now we're changing up how we play. Rodri doesn't have the same ability to break up play like he used to, so we're putting Nico O'Reilly in midfield because at that point Nico was playing at left back. We brought him into midfield. He's got the legs that he needs, so he can help in that midfield. And then of course Bernardo is still doing a bunch of running. I don't think people expected Bernardo to play as much as he did or he is at this point in the season.
No one expected Bernardo to step up like this. It's ridiculous. I'm watching Bernardo. So, what the fuck? How can he be that good? Like this, how can you run that much in this age?
Yeah,
isn't that going to how well we said that Pep Guardiola is and how great he is? That we still don't know Phil Foden's actual position.
That's not good.
Team.
Never good.
Do you know what I mean?
We know his position though.
No.
It's never good.
We don't, do we? Because Guardiola doesn't.
Because you know how you were saying like, oh, it's like an in between. Well, essentially, just whack him as an attacking 8 then, if that's
which is where he was playing at the beginning of the season. He was playing as an 8. It was,
but that's what I'm saying though.
Whack him in.
No. But when I say whack him, he probably will do a good job in that number 8 because like, bro, the reason why we're not seeing the same Foden, you know that period where he was doing well. Obviously, Cherky and Foden ain't playing together because either one's on the bench, they're alternating, so you're not really going to see that.
Because City are not as strong as before in terms of control. He cannot afford to have 2 luxury players on the pitch. He can't.
That's why he's rotating Rodri. That's why he's got someone with Rodri.
And also Rodri, to be honest with you, Rodri is becoming slower and slower. So he needs people to
have someone with him.
Next to him,
That's why in the Newcastle game, he was playing Semenyo in the midfield, didn't it? And Bernardo just running for Rodri. Do you get me?
I want to ask the last question about City. Does Donnarumma get a shout in Player of the Season?
Yes.
It's the last question. Yes. Before I move to Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea.
He'll get goalkeeper of the season, I think. If City win the league, he'll get goalkeeper of the season. But
what about Raya?
That's what I'm saying. I said if City win the league, whoever wins the league, their goalkeeper will get team of the season. Player of the season, goalkeepers is very hard. It's very judgmental for goalkeepers to be in player of the season. It's very judgmental. They always stick just attacking players in there. Do you know what I mean? It's very hard to do so. It's very hard for defensive players to be in there. But he deserves a shout because he's been very, very good. He's kept City in a lot of games this season. He's made mistakes, but what other goalkeeper hasn't made mistake this season? Do you know what I mean? So he deserves this. In my opinion, he deserves a shout. He's been a great signing. Great signing.
Fair enough. I want to move on just before I speak about Man United and the Arsenal and Chelsea. Anyone seen Chelsea doing anything tomorrow to Arsenal?
No.
I did say
I'm the Chelsea fan.
I did predict a draw in it. I did predict a draw. I did predict a draw mainly because Chelsea.
I take a draw, Ahmed. I take a draw.
Obviously,
I would take a draw tomorrow too. By the way.
No, but with Arsenal, and obviously it's going to be massive pressure for them in after Man City getting that dub against Leeds, so they're going to need to go out there. And
I want to ask you. I want to tell you guys something about how I watched City today, and I'm like, I have this feeling when I'm watching City. There's so many individual difference makers in the team, but Arsenal play as a team. Is that fair to say?
It is.
There is so many individual difference makers at City that will make something happen out of nothing. Like even their left back, Nouri.
So you're essentially saying that Man City have better football, is what you're saying?
I think they do.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Bro, this is music to my ears, man. Bro,
But
that's
football,
it.
but footballers is different. The word footballer is a job. You mean does City have better technical players? I think so.
I would say
because I actually think that
in the attack,
like Shirky, for example,
Foden,
Nouri's technical. I think even right back. I think Matthias Nunes is so underrated this season.
He's
right
really
back.
surprised
It's ridiculous.
me.
He's been
really
great.
Surprised me. He's really surprised
That's why
me.
argue all the time that as much as people want to have Kuzanov come into right back, which they could do, to your point, against let's say against Real Madrid, they could play Kuzanov at right back. But again, I think on both sides of the ball, attacking and defending, Nunes has been really, really good. Last season, he had, especially at the beginning of the season, he made a lot of mistakes. He had to learn how to play the position. And I think he had to buy in mentally to the idea that I'm not going to be a midfielder. I'm going to be a right back. And I'm going to go be the best right back I can be so that I keep playing in this team. And I think he's done that. And I think he deserves all the credit in the world. He's been really, really good for us.
He might have saved you a few, Bob.
Yeah, because
I think we're gonna go find whether you say a backup or someone to compete with him. I think we'll do that in the summer. Yeah, we'll do that because when he was hurt, we didn't have that, and so we tried to play Ike Nori over at the right side and then play Nico O'Reilly on the left, and that just didn't work. We need to go find someone who is a dedicated right back to compete with him, and then whoever is the better player wins.
But Mo, back to your point about difference between the two teams. I bet Arsenal more they attack more and play more as a team, like they're a pack of hyenas hunting. You know what I mean? They're just hunting. They're like that. Whereas City have like an individual set. I saw it like last week against Spurs. I know it's against Spurs, and you and I, Mo, we don't take Spurs very seriously, as everyone knows. You know what I mean? It's against Spurs, so you got to take a pinch of salt. But the way they just took them apart. You know what I mean? They've done it consistently this season. They've attacked as a team. They are more machine-like. They're just compact. They don't seem to, apart from Wolves, really, they don't seem to really falter as much. Do you know what I mean? Whereas they don't really rely on the individual brilliance. Because I know Ahmed will agree with me. I don't rate their attack that much. You know, do you know what I mean? It's like that.
So with Arsenal, though, if you want to beat Arsenal, I've said this so many times in it. You need to be clinical. That is the number one thing. Yeah, you need to be clinical. And two,
you are not going to get abundance of chances like you get against other teams.
Well, for example, when you look at the United game, the goals that we scored were mad, right? The Dogu and the Cunha. So that's just being clinical. Brentford, one more thing as well, not just being clinical, also sticking it on them. When I say stick it on them, like don't be just inviting pressure, letting them have all the corners, letting them have all the momentum. Because with Brentford, if you look at Brentford, they stuck it on. I remember Aston Villa second half when they beat them 2-1. I know they slapped them the game after, but the second half against Aston Villa, they were creating more chances. They were taking the game to Arsenal, Brentford as well. You saw Liverpool second half, that Liverpool, were defensively compact. So with Chelsea, if you look at them, right, I mean, do I trust them defensively? Not really. Can they be clinical? They've got Palmer, his record against Arsenal ain't the greatest. And
João Pedro's in the form of his life.
João Pedro's on 4 minutes. So if Chelsea want to do something against Arsenal, you're going to need Palmer and João Pedro to be mad clinical and on their A game. And defensively, you need to be compact, bro. Because I know when they played in the cup game, Sanchez made that crazy mistake in it. I think that where Gyökeres tapped it in or something.
Came out the first half and tried to miss the punch in the second half, and then but the problem is, Ahmed, you've answered your own question there. I don't trust my defenders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we dropped last 2 games against. They've either been one's been sent off or one's had a bozo moment. I don't trust them, especially away at Arsenal, to not have a moment. Do you know what I mean? I just don't trust them. So, you know,
with Reece James as well. Like, I don't know, because I know last time, you played Reece James in the midfield and you bossed it when Caicedo got a red card. So
I say it got sent off.
So whether he's gonna. So it depends.
He's gonna have to play right. He's gonna have to play right back
because Cucurella's out, and he's probably gonna play.
It's not confirmed whether he will even play because he didn't play last week against Burnley because of a knock. So, and we don't have Cucurella at left back. So, you know.
Honestly, I think Arsenal will win tomorrow. Man United against Crystal Palace.
I agree.
Yeah, Man United against Crystal Palace. How confident are you? Gonna be third,
bro. I think we're gonna win tomorrow, man. I do think we're gonna win. I know Palace are the type of team that's gonna, sit deep. They don't have Mateta, by the way. They don't have an outlet, so that's a good thing. So that should be an advantage for us. I know Liverpool won. I believed, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. Yeah, the attack recently, Ahmad, Cunha, and Mbeumo. Like, I know
Ahmad is dropping stinkers, but fine.
Yeah, Ahmad was trashed. The past 2 games he's been abysmal. So I'm expecting a big performance from him this game. And Mbeumo has obviously been getting the goals. Sesko, loads of people said start. I would, because it's been working off the bench, I would still persist with that, because you know what it is, like sometimes when Sesko, I don't know, man, because I've seen Sesko start a lot of games this season, and he's had some okay games. He's not had the best of games. Guys, people in the comment section, Ahmad, bro, listen, I know you guys were quick on the Ahmad thing, innit? Relax, man. Listen, he's gonna start cooking soon, man. Don't worry, bro. It's only a 2-game blip. It's only a 2-game blip, bro. My boy will be back. But, well, with United, I'm expecting the attack.
Did you say he was better than Cherky? Because that's what they're killing you.
No, I've never said that. He's.
Okay. They keep asking you who's better, him or Cherky.
Yeah, better than Saka, but not Cherky.
Okay. I just saw the chat, and so I was wondering.
He's probably better than Saka's right foot. Yes, he's probably better than Saka's.
Ahmad's a better player, bro. Let's not do this. You was talking about.
No, he's not.
You were talking about. You were talking about.
It might be more technically.
Oh, we've gone down a rabbit hole.
How can you
again? How do you understand, Ahmed? I think you need to differentiate. Listen, English is not my first language, right? It's yours.
Listen.
But you need to differentiate. But you need to differentiate between the word footballer. That's a job. Donnarumma is a footballer. Diaz is a footballer. Gay is a footballer, right?
Mo has
technical ability and dribbling and doing shimmies and stuff like this. That is not a footballer.
Listen to this, guys. Listen to this.
Ahmad is not better than Bukayo Saka as a football player. He isn't. He doesn't produce the same numbers, and he doesn't benefit the team the same. He doesn't. Bukayo Saka is more beneficial to the team.
Okay,
more beneficial to the team. So guys, before we go into this discussion, can we get to 200? We're 25 likes away from 200.
Yeah, so we're about to go down a rabbit
hole. First of all, I didn't know Mo was going to mention that, right? So not too long ago in the stream, he says Saka has better numbers. Yet when we were talking about that Raheem Sterling topic, he was talking about ball control and all about the aesthetics, right? You were talking all about the aesthetics. Raheem Sterling has all the output.
That's why I can't argue with the numbers.
But there's no consistency.
I can't argue. However, the only coach in the history of the sports that I never judge numbers with is Pep Guardiola. That is since the days of Victor Valdez. He used to win the Zamora every single year. Every single year in Spain. Piqué used to be in team of the season.
Okay. First of all, the reason why I know that
numbers with Pep Guardiola are fake. It's known since the days of Victor Valdez.
It doesn't matter if it's fake or not, bro. He still produced those numbers for.
I can't argue with them. I'm not going to argue with them.
But my thing is, but I know your thing is all about output, but sometimes when you're
it's not. No, it's not.
No, for the majority, it is.
No, it's not.
Because it seems to me, like
it's beneficial. What do you do for the team with the dribble? What do you do with the team with the passes? That's what it is. There is a reason why Pep Guardiola, Shirky, arguably is the most technical player in the City squad. Probably is the most technical player. But there are some times that Pep Guardiola is saying, I don't need your technicality. I need a better player in that position because I want to win that game. That happens.
Okay. No, but the reason why I say, I'm pretty sure you believe that Frank Lampard's better than Xavi, don't you? I remember you saying that, no?
Yeah.
So this is my point. The reason why, see, that is mad to me, yeah. Because
no, but Frank Lampard is very underrated in what he did on the pitch beside the numbers.
If you understand
the problem with football fans nowadays, they see one number and they say, oh, he only did this. Ahmed, he didn't only. Frank Lampard tackled, assisted, Frank Lampard ran, Frank Lampard created from deep. Frank Lampard used to play diagonal. Frank Lampard used to do a lot of stuff on the pitch, but because he used to score and assist, people used to say that he only did this. No, he didn't.
No, but what I'm trying to say to you, yeah, I'm not saying Frank Lampard didn't have qualities as a player, but the reason why he gets put into the whole category of the Gerrard on Scholes is because his numbers are mainly the reason, a big factor on why he gets put into that conversation. You do realize that if a player has more attributes than another player in the midfield, doesn't mean they're better. Steven Gerrard could tackle, could do everything. He ain't a better midfielder than an Iniesta or a Xavi. That's my point.
He's better than Xavi, but fine.
Xavi is a specialist in his position. He's not better than Xavi. But anyway, my point is...
Whatever.
Yeah, but my point is...
Always rated Iniesta.
No, but my point is, Mo picks and chooses when to use the aesthetics and the output. That's my point. Because with Sterling, forget about whether he played for City. Sterling has all the output. He's got all the goals. He's got all the assists. He's got all the things that Mo traditionally likes in a winger because he's quick, he's fast, he can get past his player. We've seen worse players that Mo likes. Now, with Amad Diallo, he doesn't have the output, but there's been many games this season where he's performed really well. He just doesn't have that many goals or assists to show. But he's had some good performances, though. So that's my thing. I'm pretty sure you said that Van Dijk is a better defender than Terry, based on attributes.
Yeah, best defender, in my opinion.
So my thing is, you're basing Van Dijk based on his attributes, and I'm basing mine on Amad attributes versus Saka. So how's that different?
Because I think your attributes are wrong.
How?
I'm gonna tell you. Dribbling wise, what is dribbling, guys? Tariq, I don't know you. You don't know me. You don't know Ahmed. Ahmed doesn't know you. What is dribbling? The definition of dribbling.
You did say in the stream mode that it's not kick and run about Sterling. You said Sterling is kick and run.
So it's not about. So I think what a lot of people will say is, you're doing a lot of tricks and flicks and all those things, but it's just the ability to beat a man, in my opinion. And
so how do you beat a man, Because
and be productive. Who's the best dribbler in the league now, guy?
Iliman Ndiaye.
No, Doku.
I was going to say, I would have said Doku.
He's not the best dribbler, bro. What are we doing there?
Doku's the best.
No, he's not. Iliman Ndiaye is hands down the best dribbler in the league.
Madueke's very good.
Ain't a dribbler, bro. Mo just said, hold on. Mo just said in the stream, that Sterling is kick and run, when that is literally the exact thing that Doku does, kick and run.
Doku and Sterling are in the same. Doku.
Sterling,
I think Doku does more than that. Again, I'm a Sterling fan, so I'm not
way more than just kick and run.
Yeah.
Doku, its body is. Doku does a lot of stuff on the ball, changing directions.
All Doku's strengths, is literally his acceleration, bro, and he runs onto the ball, innit? That's not dribbling. I'm talking about ball control, how you manipulate, how you maneuver in tight spaces.
Doku does manipulate the ball very well,
especially when he gets allowed to come inside. When
Doku can only operate when there's bare space, bro, and when he uses
you haven't watched the games when he was playing inside this season. When he was playing inside, you can't say that. On the left side, I understand what you're saying. Like, he gets on the left side and he can push the ball past the man, and he's just got the ability.
Yeah, he can push the ball.
He's faster than you, so I'm going to beat you. So that's I'm just going to use
that's
what
not
I have.
Dribble.
But hold on. But what I'm saying is that's not all that he can do. Yes, he does that. I agree with you on that. But I'm also saying that when you get him inside and he can go left or right because he doesn't have the sideline as effectively a defender, keeping him only going one way, I think you see the best of him. You see him in tight spaces. He has way more to his game than just
100%. Oh my God!
I'm not saying he can't do that because his acceleration is faster than yours.
But Tarek, what I'm trying to say is that you've got, again, I'm not even saying that Sterling is like amongst the world-class wingers, but bro, Sterling had way more to his game, attribute-wise, the word that Mo likes, to Doku, yet rates Doku.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Sterling was a better dribbler than Doku. He was. Ball control was better.
Ball control.
Yeah. Doku.
I disagree with that. But anyway, forget that. Let's go back. Yeah. Let's go back.
Okay, you said
I think I derailed it. I think I derailed it. My bad.
No worries, no worries. I think Amad Diallo's good. I'm not sure that he is fantastic, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not sure.
Does he have a role in this team?
Yeah, he plays
right. Carrick. No, let me finish. No. Under Carrick, if he plays Sesko more.
Well, if you play Sesko, well, the problem is, if you play Sesko up top and then you drop Mbeumo, you play Mbeumo in Amad's position and you play Cunha on the left, Bruno in the 10, and Mbeumo on the right, and Sesko. That sounds all nice because they've all got some good output, but you still need a player who's going to provide you that balance. Amad Diallo might not get the Mbeumo goals here, but he's good in possession. He can cook you guys 1v1 in terms of dribbling. He can also help out in defense. He's a good footballer. He's got good IQ. Decision making is solid too. So with Mbeumo, I know he's got the goals, but bro, he's got, like, if we're talking about purely performances, I've seen so many games where he's not been that great, but he's got the goals to cover it up. So with Amad, you can absolutely drop him, but bro, again, in the attack, you need that guy to provide the balance. Do you get me? That's why Bernardo Silva plays in that Man City team, bro. If you play Semenyo and all these guys, you can get. If you play Semenyo, Haaland, and you don't really play a guy like a Cherki who can keep the ball in possession, bro, you're kind of screwed in it. You need someone to stabilize it. So Amad has had 2 bad games, and I'm all here for admitting it. But for the majority of the season, I've seen him have very good games. The Fulhams, I've seen him play well against Man City. I've seen him play well against against Chelsea. Like, he's not had a bad season.
Do you think? Let me do this super chat. Kenny's saying, Mose, who's better, Saka or Raheem Sterling? Ooh. I can't argue with the numbers that Raheem put in, but as a player, I would prefer Saka on Raheem Sterling.
That's fine.
I find that crazy.
Crazy?
Yeah, I think Saka.
I can't argue with the numbers, but I prefer Saka as a player.
It's a preference.
I think if Pep Guardiola has Saka would have had 30 GA every year.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think there's a lot of Sterling recent, like that. I think what's the word? Yeah, where you forget about what he's done.
I used to have the same opinion when I used to watch Sterling back when he was at City scoring 20 goals. I don't change my opinion. Like, for me, I watch Raheem Sterling. I don't think he's a top player, but I believe that Pep Guardiola made him amazing. You know what I mean? Pep Guardiola. I'm gonna tell you something. You go and watch the Raheem Sterling
recency bias,
goals. Okay, watch the Raheem Sterling goals catalogs at City. There's a lot of them far post tap-ins. He gets at the end of the play. A lot of them are like, he is like inside the 18. He has to just shoot. That's Pep Guardiola teaching a kid, you're going to be here. We're going to get the ball to you. You know who's amazing at Man City, if you want to say? I actually believe that Leroy Sané at his pump at City was ridiculous.
Yes.
Was
Leroy Sané was a better.
And it hurts my heart to this day to see
Leroy Sané. You watch Leroy Sané, he gets the ball, you're on your toes.
Yeah, but Leroy Sané was a better winger.
Mahrez was the same. Mahrez was the same.
Yeah, of course. Mahrez is an elite footballer. Leroy Sané was a quality winger, but bro, with Raheem Sterling, he might have not have been as good on the ball as a Leroy Sané or as a Mahrez. Nowhere near Mahrez,
Ball control, even Raheem Sterling doesn't have the same ball control as them. Under pressure,
because those two plays are amazing. Those two. But with Saka, you're acting like Saka's got some elite ball control. Like,
Saka's ball control is ridiculous. Saka does numbers don't lie again. Yes, numbers don't lie. On the eye, Saka doesn't get dispossessed. Forget when he gets injured. Saka is one of the strongest guys on the ball when he's even back to goal to turn and pass and make things happen for the team. He doesn't lose the ball. He's not weak. He's very strong. His first touch is very good. That's why he can put the ball under control a lot. He might be the most tricky tricky wingers in terms of step overs and stuff like this. You know who has a great ball control as well? Jack Grealish. Phenomenal ball control. Phenomenal ball control.
Pass,
You
pass,
play
pass.
Jack Grealish ball control. Jack Grealish, his ball control is top notch. Doesn't
Which is
get
why
dispossessed.
he got yellow. He got picked up so many fouls from the other team.
So I wouldn't see. I don't like Jack Grealish, but I cannot sit here and deny that Jack Grealish ball control is bad.
So
Jack
18,
Grealish
19
can keep
Sterling, yeah. So 18, you know, 18, 19 Sterling. Was it 18, 19, by the way, Tariq? His prime, 18, 19. I think it was that, 18, 19. Yeah, it was 18, 19, yeah, from what I remember. Raheem Sterling wasn't just a back post, bro. Like, as an out-and-out winger, yeah, he was more devastating than a for example, than a Bukayo Saka. People saying prime Saka.
Maybe
bro.
he had a great season.
But I'm saying we've not really seen.
I remember that season. That's a Centurion season.
Yeah, but so would you not think?
No, it's the season after.
Yeah.
18-19 is the
18-19 was the Liverpool title.
Hold
He was
on.
a bit. Sterling was a big game player, bro.
Yeah, that the 97.
Yeah.
No,
98,
Did City
97,
get? Did City get 100 points and then
No,
get
they got
97, 98 points?
100
points, 98
90
points.
No, 98 points, yeah.
This guy's
Yeah.
mad. Of course.
Yeah. Nearly 200 points. 200 points in 2 seasons. Yeah.
Go ahead, Ahmed. Go on.
My point is, bro, listen, yeah. Even though that, yeah, Pep has improved him, but we're acting like, bro, I'm pretty sure he was golden boy at Liverpool or something, yeah. Someone can fact
Not
check
golden
that, yeah.
boy. Not golden.
Whatever I'm pretty sure there was an award, yeah. Raheem Sterling, yeah, for me, he's not like my type of player.
I don't like him. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
like his style of play.
like him, yeah.
I don't like him because there is some
his
basic
prime-
stuff that he didn't do. The passing ability of Raheem Sterling is below for me
Yeah,
the
but
level.
what I'm
of
trying to
you
say,
should
in
do
terms
as a
of
team.
1v1, in terms of dribbling and ball control and getting past defenders and scoring important goals, being a big game player, and in terms of like at his peak, it's not comparable, in my opinion, to a Bukayo Saka, because you can arguably say, because you rate obviously Arteta as a high level rated coach, but we're still wondering. So Arteta is a very good coach, which I agree. But we're still saying that Arsenal need a difference maker. But whereas with Sterling, he was actually doing that difference and getting the goals and providing the big game moments.
Sterling in this Arsenal team wouldn't get 10 goals this season. He wouldn't get 10 goals in this season.
That's probably
He
that
wouldn't
might be true.
Why
That's the way they play,
do
yeah.
you say that?
Maybe.
You said,
Because I don't think he
you said
suits that
Sterling
style
in this
in this Arsenal team this season wouldn't get 10 goals.
Arsenal team. Okay. Sorry.
United
let
let me read this. Just United are the new Chelsea. Now United have the better players than Arsenal. Notice how it always starts with trying to drag down Saka. Next is Rice. But Ahmed thinks he has better attackers than Arsenal.
Absolutely. And I know Mo believes it secretly as well. I know Mo is it. Listen, I know
Oh,
Mo
yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I believe, individual in terms of attackers, like we do have better attackers than Arsenal. But overall, Arsenal as a team and how they play consistently.
If you just put in Wermo in the Arsenal attack, they'd be 10 points clear, 12 points clear at the moment right now.
Yeah, Ammi give them Cunha on the left side.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah. We've got individual.
They would have wrapped up the title. They would have wrapped up.
Yeah, and we've got like I believe we've got better attackers. We've got some good individual players, but the way how Arsenal play consistently as a team in terms of cohesion, that's why they have the upper hand for the past years, bro. We've not been able to, because we've been changing managers and buying different type of players. We've not been able to have that consistency. Man United's issue was never about whether we can get good players. It's about gelling them together and get a run of games and actually start competing. So yeah, I do believe we've got a good attack. I believe we've got a good defense. I believe the midfield is good as well. We do. The problem with us right now, we need to have better squad depth. If you look at our bench, Mo, when we played against Palace, not Palace and Everton, barring Sesko and you got Xerxes, I almost cried, bro. The bench was horrific bench.
You have no players at all.
No players, bro. So, so we need better.
You don't really need. You're only playing once a week. You don't need.
Yeah, once a week. So that's why for me, like for us, I think Carrick is doing a very good job, but with more competitions. You need better squad depth in it. So I think next season is going to be a massive test, and I do believe we're going to beat Palace. I think I'm expecting a lot out of the attack. This Palace team has been on its arse here for a long time, for a very long time. The manager's fallen out with the ownership.
Does anybody take Man United serious next season in terms of challenge for the title? This last question.
Who are they going to have as their manager? Are they going to keep Carrick?
I'm telling you now, by the way, it's probably going to be Carrick. probably going to be Carrick.
What do you think about that? Do you think that's the right choice, or you want?
I mean, I'm at this. I mean, I don't think it's the. I think it's a risk. I mean, I don't think it's the right choice, but I'm not. It depends who's available. It depends who's available, bro. It depends who's available. If Julian Nagelsmann's available, if you've got guys like De Zerbi, Enrique staying at PSG. Let's be honest. Yeah. Hansi Flick is going to stay at Barcelona, or maybe he might just call it. He might just like go for like a bit of a holiday and just relax. So I think it depends who's out there, bro. I wouldn't swap for example, I wouldn't swap Carrick for like a Glasner, for instance. Yeah, I wouldn't swap him for that. I want someone who's a lot better than that. So yeah, he's not my first choice. It depends who's out there, bro. If I'm seeing the list, bro, I saw one Twitter where they were talking to me about Pochettino, and I was like, bro, Poch,
get out. Gonna come back after the US put out of the World Cup. What about someone mentioned Nagelsmann earlier today?
Yeah, Nagelsmann. I mean, obviously with I don't know, bro. The owners that we have, we need like a manager who's not really gonna cause too much of a fuss. Do you get me? I think Ineos, like the type of manager that they want someone who's quiet, who's gonna go down their business. I'm gonna buy you these type of players. You get the best out of them. So if that's gonna be Carrick's role.
So not a manager, a coach.
Exactly, exactly. Exactly, bro. They don't want someone who's gonna demand. Oh, I want this player. I want that player. I think they want someone just to do their business. It's like what basically what Tuchel done in it for Chelsea, like maximize the players you've got and
They want a European model. It's no manager, it's just head coach. That's what it is. You know what I mean? So.
Listen, for the people that say, Sterling was good at Liverpool, good youngster, he's 50 million. I'm just not convinced that the player is good. I believe that Pep Guardiola made him what he is.
Which is fine. Which is fine. It's what a manager should do. A manager should hide weaknesses and show the strengths. And all those people saying in the chat, well, Raheem Sterling only got those goals because of KDB.
You still have to make the runs, innit?
Let me flip it around. Let me flip it around that. KDB's got a high assist total because of Sterling's finishes. So you can put that in your pipe and smoke it as well. You know what I mean? So, you know.
Fair enough. Listen, I want to thank everyone that joined us. Tariq channel is in the description. Guys, go and support him. Every Tuesday is live. What days are you live?
Right now, just Tuesday. On Tuesdays.
Yeah. Tuesday evening, of course.
6:30 p.m. Eastern time, 11:30 p.m. UK time every week.
Ahmed as well. Ahmed is here. You're going to see him tomorrow on Al-Ahwa. You might see him tomorrow. We'll see how it goes after this. Winter Surfer, big up. Good luck to you tomorrow. You guys might not make Champions League, or if Aston Villa beat you next week, but Aston Villa are in down spiral. Thank you for everyone watching, guys. We actually are very close to 200 likes. Less than 10 likes away, people. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're out here, people. This will take you to Hussam. Liverpool show, guys. It's going to be a big fight on the Liverpool show on Hussam.
And people they like
the performance. Someone is going to say the performance is top. Someone is going to say the performance is bad. Someone is going to slander Salah. It's going to be fantastic. We'll see you guys. And we're out of here, people.